This is Tina, I am Tack, and we are sisters, and we are the Greeksistersinthekitchen in the kitchen. Okay, so today we are only doing dessert because on the last episode we only did a dinner and we didn't feel like doing dessert, so we decided to do the dessert this time, and we'll link it to last week's video this week because you're caught up now if you're watching this. And we're gonna all right, and we're making a traditional Southern banana pudding from scratch. This recipe is coming from the Brown Eyed Baker, which again, all the links will be in the description box below, and it'll have the links to where you can find this particular recipe. Okay, so what we have for the ingredients is granulated sugar, 1 cup, a 1/2 cup all-purpose flour, glass of wine is optional, that's strictly for the person doing the cooking, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, 3½ cups of whole milk is divided, 8 egg yolks, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, and 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now that's for the pudding, and then we'll get to like the meringue. Now on this one particular recipe, it has a meringue topping. We're gonna do the meringue, and we're also gonna, because I don't care for meringue, but we're gonna try it. So we're gonna do one with meringue. My mom wanted this as well, and it is I mean, this is a popular recipe. So my mom wants the meringue one. We like whipped cream, and we're gonna make a homemade, like a fresh from scratch whipped cream that you can put on top. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the
banana pudding.
The banana pudding. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees, which I have already got the oven going. And now we're gonna make the pudding. 1 cup of sugar.
Okay.
And then
1/2 cup all-purpose flour.
And then some salt. I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Kosher salt. I'm using Himalayan because that's what I have.
Which is pink.
It is pink, and it's pretty, and it's got a lot of minerals. It's good for you, and it's not salty like table salt or
okay. So
sea
it
salt.
may
It's nice
not be
and
as,
smoky.
if it's not as salty, it may be a little different.
No, the only thing salt does is pull everything together. So I mean, you can add a little bit more, but
no,
yeah.
I don't care. I'm not big on salt. Okay.
All right, and now whisk those together. Well, you're gonna put the whites in here and the yolks in there, and I guess you can do the milk in that too, but the whites are gonna be in here. Okay, you have to empty the shell when you
Who's separating, me or you?
I think you're trying.
Yeah, I got this. I got this. You need 8.
8. How many you got right now? 4? Okay. Yeah, because there were 8 eggs in there. So, because I'm only using 4 for the meringue, and then I'm using the other. No, go ahead. And I'm using the other 4 egg whites for the French macaroons.
Okay.
Yeah,
you've only got 3 left.
What's in your hand?
4.
And then what does that count to?
Okay, I thought you wanted 4 for something else.
And how many you got?
That's 4 right there.
And how many are in there?
Oh, I gotcha. Shut up. Okay, what I thought was happening was...
Did you drink before you came over here?
No. I thought you wanted like another... These separate, like
no, I need 8.
4.
I need 8 egg yolks.
Okay, that's where my confusion was.
Got it, yeah.
Just so we know.
Okay.
Oi. I'm too sexy for this egg.
I'm leaving that in.
I put the egg white
I see that.
in there.
No, it's okay.
I don't think so.
No, I mean, it's going to be okay.
Oops.
Did you do it again?
Almost.
Is your sexy get in the way of your egg
My
breaking?
sexy got in the way of my egg.
So I have our eggs separated. We
Hey,
have
real
8.
kitchen shit happens.
This is true. So we have 8 egg yolks, and then we have them separated from the egg whites. Okay, into the egg yolk, you're going to put in half a cup of milk.
Nope.
And you're going to whisk it.
I don't know why you like small. Why do you like small bowls? I like big bowls.
I know.
I like big bowls and I cannot lie.
Yeah, Mother gets on me about it too. She always gets on me about, I need a bigger pot, I need a bigger bowl. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Okay, now, in a large saucepan, place the remaining 3 cups of milk and bring to a simmer over medium heat, stirring frequently.
In the saucepan.
In the saucepan, over medium heat. Let me do this for you.
Why don't you jack that up for me? Thank you.
A large saucepan, place remaining 3 cups of milk, bring to a simmer over medium heat, stirring frequently.
I have never made a homemade banana. I make banana pudding twice a year, at least for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
You didn't do it this year.
And I did for one of them.
Did you?
Yes, but I didn't make a huge one. And I never have made a homemade. Mine is simply
I know.
vanilla pudding or banana pudding, bananas, wafers.
Yeah.
and
Now,
I'm done.
the thing about this, that's what, the girl that wrote this, her name is Michelle, and I'll get into more about who she is in a little bit. But with this particular recipe, she had said that she always did, like, you know, like most people are familiar with, where you just have cold and it's topped with the whipped cream and the pudding is cold. But apparently in the South, it's a no-no. So it must be a Yankee thing that we eat it cold. I don't know. But in the South, they do it. They do meringue. Oh, there's a lot of meringue here.
And I don't,
They do a lot of meringue in the South, and then they eat. Apparently, you eat the banana pudding warm.
Well, yeah,
Now,
but not me. No, it's got to be cold.
have you ever had it warm?
No,
We're about to
but
today. I know. Well, we have to try it today.
yeah,
But I will
try,
say, now this Michelle that did this recipe, she had the traditional, and then and the people in the South would cringe. And because of a lot of the comments that she received about how true banana pudding should be made with the meringue, not whipped cream, and it should be eaten warm, not cold, she's like, she's like us, she prefers it cold. But they did cross her over into the meringue department, and she did try it warm, and she said it was actually surprisingly good. So she said it was good, but she still, at the end of the day, likes hers cold, which chances are we probably will too, just because that's our way. That's what we like, and we won't know until we try it. We've never had it. Like, we do it the Yankee way.
I've never had it, but I don't know. It's something about putting it in the refrigerator, which I don't know how the wafers do in a warm pudding. But my thing with the cold one is I stuck it in the fridge, and because the wafers had to get soft and soak up the stuff.
Right. I like a cookie if I want a cookie. We'll see. All right. I'm moving on. I watch these videos and I say all right like all the time. All right.
All right.
All right. You know why? Because it's all right. All right. Moving on.
Have a glass of wine. Everything's all right.
Right?
It's all right.
Once it comes to a medium heat and it actually comes to a simmer, we're going to whisk 1 cup of the hot milk into the egg mixture. Now,
see, okay, we're going to need a bigger bowl.
we're not. It's just 1 cup. And we're
1 cup, we'll bring it to the top. We need a bigger
No, we
bowl.
won't. And it's fine. And the reason why we do that is to temper the eggs so they don't become like an omelet. Or no, we're not going to use that one. We're going to use that one. It's because you have to temper your eggs, because if you put obviously hot into a cold egg, the hot liquid's going to cook your egg, and you're going to either have scrambled eggs or easy eggs. Some kind of an omelet's going to happen. So you have to slowly pour it in. Now, she has a video of her doing it like in a really professional Pintrest kind of way, where they show the food, and they do all it's like that really numbing way to watch these videos that we all absolutely adore. We don't do that here because we don't have the setup. But besides that, you can watch her do it, but she doesn't talk about tempering the eggs or any of that, because some people might just like pour it in and do it and not really, and then you have egg. Scrambled. We don't want that. So we're going to show you how to temper the egg. So basically, this is that egg and milk mixture, and this is very hot milk. So you're going to, and you definitely want like a liquid cup for that, like where you can pour, because you want to stream it on the side of your bowl. And you want to keep whisking, like don't stop whisking. Because what will happen is it'll temper it. If you put it like right in the middle and you don't whisk it fast enough and you don't like keep up, then it can actually start cooking your eggs, and it'll ruin the whole thing. Alright, so now that we have this egg mixture tempered, what we're going to do is we're going to take this mixture and put it back into the saucepan, and then we're going to bring it to a boil over medium heat, stirring constantly.
Okay, cook, stirring constantly until thickened, about 3 minutes more. Remove from heat. Then add the butter and vanilla.
It's like making avolemino, but instead of...
I've never made avolemino.
Have you not? You never made the avolemino?
I've never made avolemino.
Or
No.
the soup?
No, because you know what I do? Avolemino basically to me is like cream chicken with lemon. So I just squeeze lemon in my cream chicken. So
It's not at all the same
yes,
thing.
I know, but
I know. Well, there's these Greek sisters. I think they're called 3 Greek sisters, something like that. But there's a channel, and there's these Greek sisters, and they do all Greek food. We're not gonna do Greek food for you. We might like one day. There's already Greek sisters that make Greek food, and I haven't tried the recipes. I looked at the pictures like scrolling through, and they look really, really good. So go to their channel, and if you want, I'll link their channel. So if you want to see some Greek sisters actually making Greek food,
okay.
go see them.
Well,
Here goes
the next
this.
step is remove from heat, add the butter and vanilla.
What about the flour?
When do you put the flour in?
In a medium bowl, whisk together the sugar, flour, and salt. Whisk in a half cup of the milk and the egg yolks. Surely not in this. We're gonna see.
Egg yolks, milk. Oh, we fucked this one up.
No, I mean we can do it.
No?
Yeah, it's no different. It's still all going into the saucepan. The main thing was to temper the eggs. That's all that milk was gonna do.
So we pour all that into the flour mixture. Okay. Bring to a boil over medium heat, stirring constantly.
All right.
Cook, stirring constantly until thickened.
No big deal.
Okay, so
This is already. All right.
another one of our faux pas. We should have put the eggs and a half a cup of the milk into the flour and sugar mixture, although we did not.
Okay, so you saw what we did, obviously. Now, we put it, now we're all in there. I mean, it's all been tempered. Like, it's all going to end up, because even when we did the flour and the milk and we mixed it up, we had 1 cup of hot milk to temper the egg. And then we take all that mixture and put it into all the milk. It's not like there's a delay or anything. It was just a temper, so we just stick it all together.
Okay,
So don't
We
see how
think
that's
that.
going to change. We'll see.
but there's a reason that things are done
Have
in
we
the
done any
order.
recipe
in which
exactly
they
like?
are.
I had high hopes for this one too. I was like, this one will be exactly like it's
But you know
written.
what? It may be better, just like our last one when we added our
Chicken
Stuff.
stock. Yes.
it was better.
So now we've got it all incorporated, and we're doing it on the stove until it's thickened.
Until it's thickened, then remove it from heat and add the butter and vanilla. I gotta add the butter.
Yeah, and you'll feel this like it's thick, like it's pulling.
So like I'm gonna have to put it in the spoon because I don't know how much. That's like 1 tablespoon?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll go with that?
Yeah.
1.5. until the butter is melted. Then set it aside and do the rest.
So now we've got the pudding mix that we made off of the stove, cooling or sitting aside in the pot. Bananas are cut, and so now we're gonna layer. She's layering the wafers first, and then she'll do a layer of the bananas, and then we'll run it through the sieve, strain it on top of the layers. And you might have to work it through the sieve. I don't know how important this would actually be, but...
See, so that's why a lot of people's are lumpy.
Alright, so now we're going to make the meringue. It is smaller bowl. So, because we're making a smaller amount for the meringue, we're halving it because I'm only doing the small one with meringue and the big one's going to have the whipped cream. So...
Oh, I thought we were doing it backwards. Okay.
So 4...
And then a half a
meringue.
teaspoon of cream of tartar. And then 1 3/4 cups granulated sugar. So that's
I don't know. It's like
ish, whatever. Anyway, beat the egg whites.
Now, when you're going to beat egg whites and you want them to come to stiff peaks, it's very important that your KitchenAid attachment that's a whisk or your beaters are grease-free. If there is even the hint of any kind of grease on them, they will not peak.
Speaking from experience?
Yeah, lots of experience. And if you're not sure, after you wash them and you know your items are clean, have them sit in some vinegar water for a bit. And then the vinegar will cut any grease, rinse them, make sure they're completely dry, and then go to town. You get that kind of a peak where it holds it kind of starts to hold its shape. I mean, they're going to fall over. You want to add your sugar when it gets to where it's peaking a little bit, then you want to add your sugar then. You don't want to wait till it gets to stiff peaks and add your sugar. If you don't have cream of tartar, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Now, I don't really do meringue, so I don't think it's going to deflate because you're going to cook it right away. It just helps to give it stability. If you don't have it and you're going to use it right away, I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Beat it! Beat it!
Are you deaf when the beaters are going?
No, I'm just thinking it's not doing what you want.
Do you have the sugar kicked in?
Yeah.
Got it up high enough?
Yeah. Where did I go? I think there might have been a little bit of oil on my beater mixer.
It's marshmallow.
It's quite yummy.
Is it marshmallow?
In a large bowl, beat the egg whites and cream of tartar on high speed until soft peaks form. I did. Gradually add the sugar. Beat until stiff peaks form.
Gradually or just dump it in?
Okay, it's really important that you gradually
add the sugar, maybe?
Where?
Okay, so we just...
Okay, I don't care.
We're going to put it on and cook it and see what happens.
Yeah, it's thick. It tastes pretty good, I gotta say. Now, we're going to use it. It's very,
like a marshmallow fluff.
Yeah, like a marshmallow fluff. But it doesn't have any corn syrup in it. We're using it. I don't know how I don't have any more rubber spatulas. Okay, so we have a lot. And the 4 egg whites made a crap load of meringue.
And it said, put it on edge to edge. Spin the meringue over the pudding, spreading it right up to the edges of the pan. So.
And normally, if it was at stiff peaks, you could really pile it up like high like they do in the South. Like those really big, you know, it's like a foot high. See those at those restaurants? They get it like super high.
Oh, God, like that?
Yeah. You could do that if it was whipped right. We don't whip it right. But this looks good. I might actually like this
really
better
does
than
look
the other stuff. Do you see how it's doing? We have messed up so many recipes. But they've all turned out quite delicious. So
Possibility. We didn't
don't
mess anything up.
judge. Yeah, they still come out good. They're very tasty. And look, you could have done the same thing, and we're showing you what's going to happen if you do the same thing I just did. So now we've got the banana puddings in the oven. You're such a flirt.
You got a cootie.
I don't have cooties. And so
It's a fuzzball.
one has the meringue and one does not, because we're going to make the whipped cream to go on top of it. So we're going to go ahead and pull them out of the oven because they are ready to be pulled out of the oven.
Watch your honey.
It looks good. As you can see, the meringue. This is going to cool, and then we're going to put whipped cream on it. And I'm going to show you how to make the whipped cream. But that's got to cool before I can make the whipped cream.
I feel like I should put more cookies too. Well, I'm gonna put cookies on top.
Before the whipped cream?
Yeah,
You
so
want to add more bananas?
but yeah, I can, but I'm gonna do that now while it's warm, I think. So they'll
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make the whipped cream. We're not going to put it on because, one, it has to cool down. But this we're supposed to eat warm. So we're actually going to dig into this one. This is the original recipe. But I'm going to show you how to make the whipped cream just so you'll have it. And when it cools, then you just put it on top. You know, do it fancy, spread it on, plop it on, per serving, however you want to do it. But we'll go ahead and make it just so you'll know how to make the homemade
whipped cream.
so you can control the sugar.
No. Have you ever made it with artificial sweeteners or anything? I don't do artificial sweeteners, but people on keto diets do, and
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, you could do it with stevia.
But why would you do that? Because none of this has artificial, so I mean, you may as well go all the way, right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you could use like stevia or whatever your choice of chemical is.
Yeah,
Stevia
whatever
at
choice
least
of
is
chemical. I
natural.
don't do chemical.
Yeah, so you could do stevia or the chemical sweetener, whatever you choose to do. Now, I have rinsed my bowl. This was clean, and I put a vinegar water mixture in here with my whip attachment because I want to make sure that there's absolutely no grease on it, because what happens when you have even the tiniest hints of grease? This. Oh, no.
Maybe.
That
No.
wasn't it. No, I'm sorry, because it did start to stiffen. That's
This
right.
was because
This
of
was
the
because
sugar.
I
You dump the sugar
Yeah.
instead of slowly adding
incorporating it. Yeah. Thanks for giving me away, you bitch.
the sugar. You sugar dumper, you!
I know.
Okay.
What I'm going to use is heavy whipping cream. You get in your dairy section.
Anything else from in here?
Heavy whipping cream. No. How sweet do you like your topping?
Okay. I'm a texture person, not so much the sweetness. I mean, if it's got the texture of whipped cream, honestly, it could have no sugar.
Just a cream.
So, but you know, they like sugar, so I want it slightly sweet.
Okay, she's going to open up this damn thing.
Yeah, because it's child proof, I guess. There
It's
you go.
tack proof. Thank you. So we're going to do
How much?
4 cups.
Three cups.
Yeah, so we're going to start with 3 cups because this is going to double in size. She got a lot of whipped cream.
Okay, so homemade whipped cream like this.
It is amazing.
No, okay, but how long does it hold up in the fridge? How long can you keep in the fridge? Like, you know, a can of whipped cream you can keep in there, Cool Whip you can keep in there.
Yeah, because they have, you know, a lot of
So
stabilizers.
homemade whipped cream, how long does it?
Okay, normally my homemade whipped cream, I can keep it in there for about 2 or 3 days because it'll start to deflate. You can always whip it back up.
Okay, that's so. How long is it good?
Oh, it's good till the expiration date of the milk.
Okay, well I can whip it back up because I guess I'll be making waffles.
So, yeah. 3 cups of heavy cream. And you're going to start to whip it. And then you're going to do a 4th teaspoon of cream of tartar. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing this to add a stabilizer only because she's going to keep it in the fridge. And I want to just keep it a little bit more stable. Normally, I would never add this. And when it does deflate, it becomes like a cream. Like if you ever have like pie and cream, which I don't know if they do that in America.
Well, that would over pecan pie that might be good.
You know the cream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just adding a 4th teaspoon of cream of tartar. Again, just to keep it stable. If you want it to be stable a little bit longer, This will help, but you don't have to add it. When it deflates, it'll be a cream, like pine cream, or you can just re-whip air into it. It's not a big deal. And you're gonna do this. If you have a KitchenAid, number 6, and then you can turn it up to 8 when it's not as splattery.
Really gotta
if
get
you're using a hand mixer, it's not going to look the same. If you can do a KitchenAid or you have a whisk type or do it by hand, if you have a copper bowl, is by far the best way to do it, but your arm is going to get really tired and your children are going to miss her. So people that actually work out, totally do it.
My hand mixer does have a whisk attachment.
Does it have a whisk? If your hand mixer has a whisk, use the whisk because it incorporates the air beautifully. If you don't and you're using like we use for that, it's gonna still get airy, but it is gonna be light and fluffy, but it's gonna be slightly dense. It's gonna have a different texture, but it's still gonna be amazing. It's still gonna have that whippy stuff, but it's not gonna be like whipped because the air bubbles are a lot smaller. And in this, the air really can incorporate and make fabulous.
I really hope this one's good so Mother likes it.
She wanted the meringue.
I know, but we messed up the meringue, so I'm hoping.
Our great grandmother made. She said when she was little would make banana pudding for her, and she said she's never had it like that. You know, and I said, well, I know she didn't open up a package of Jello because I don't think Jello brand was around. You know, when our great grandmother was making it. So she really wanted it from scratch. So I was like, okay. And I was like, it's got to be, pinned a lot. You know, she said she went on Pintrest and she found 2. And this was one of the ones. The other one had like cream cheese in it. And she was like, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, she was like, it could be good, but she wanted traditional. Okay, so I'm going to she's going to bring the camera over so you can see where it's at right now, where you're going to add in the sugar and vanilla. Come up high. Okay, so see how it's doing like that? So, and see like when it's mixing it, see how it does like those ribbons. Okay, so you can take that back. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and add the sugar to this. And I'm using powdered sugar, which I also use as confectioner sugar, but that's what we're using. You can sift it. It's better to sift it so you don't have any lumps, but it's really not that important right now what we're doing. So if you want it sweet, like when you do like whipped cream in the can and you want it that sweet, Tears for Fears. Okay, you know February 1st is Tears for Fears Day. Mm-hmm. Okay, and they're coming back on tour. They're putting out a new record. I'm so excited.
Powdered sugar.
Yeah, powdered sugar. It's Tears for Fears. This is a half cup. So normally for 3 cups of this heavy cream, you would use 1 cup of powdered sugar. If you want it sweet like it is in the can. Now if you like it sweeter, you can add more. Like if you like Cool Whip sweet, do like 1.5 cups. And then it's like Cool Whip sweet. If you want it like regular, 1 cup. And then I'm using 1/2 cup because she just wants it a little sweeter, and everybody's cool with it not being super sweet, right? So we're just going to custom make it, which is another great thing about making it yourself. Oh, I'm so happy. Have your mixer going on low and then slowly incorporate your sugar. Because you don't want it to like fly in your face because you will choke. Which I guess this whole slowly incorporation thing probably seems to be universal apparently.
Oh.
I don't make meringue, so.
But hey,
that's why I
we'll
failed.
see.
Alright, and now after that, turn it up. You really want a spatula to scrape down the sides and then come to high. And then you'll start seeing it like become, thicker and firmer. And this is, I forgot to add vanilla.
Why is it we always forget something? I mean, it's too late?
No, because the struggle is real. Okay, when you add your powdered sugar, you're supposed to add your vanilla. I didn't, because Tears for Fears came on.
Came on, that was it, the distraction.
It's not my fault. Blame it on rolling doors of all. Alright, I'm going to add it now. It's not going to hurt it. You just got to whip it in. And you're going to do a tablespoon of vanilla. Very important you don't do less than that or it's not going to have that really great flavor. Definitely scrape it because you want it to really incorporate.
Ready to like this one? Mm-hmm. See, that's a perfect amount of sugar for me.
And the vanilla is great, right? So this is what you got. And you can whip it under that. It's a little overwhip, but it's not going to change. It's fluffy. You taste it,
like
right?
it.
It's very fluffy.
Very good.
Fluffy whipped cream. I'm going to actually put this in a bowl because I no longer have a bag. And then what you would do is after your banana pudding completely cooled, like let it cool room temperature, put it in the fridge, let it get chilled, and then put your whipped cream over it. And then that's your like cold version with most people up north. This was your traditional banana pudding that we love. But this is traditional, which is cooled down a little bit. So we're actually going to dig into this because it is warm, and that's how we're supposed to eat it. I don't have room in my refrigerator. Yeah, so there you go. There's that.
Time for the taste test?
Now we're going to taste Michelle's original recipe. Here is.
Ready?
Okay.
It's good.
It is good. And I will say, because when she was talking about this, she said there was something comforting about eating like warm pudding
really
on a
is.
winter day. And I got to say, it is very comforting.
I've never had warm pudding, but I like it.
It is good. It is really good. And it is very comforting. I'm telling you, it's winter
I don't really
right
want
now.
to stick my spoon back in there.
Go here. No, we'll get you a clean spoon. You want a plate?
I'm thinking I may have been won over to warm pudding.
Yeah, there is something comforting. She was totally right on that. The meringue came out good for meringue.
It really.
I still like whipped
we
cream
didn't
better.
mess it up too bad.
Mm-mm.
No, it's meringue.
There's meringue. I didn't think it messed up because we were just incorporating it. It's good. And it's winter right now. And
It's raining and cold and
yeah, and where some of you guys are that might tune in, it's extremely winter storm. You guys are getting ice up there. You guys are getting snow. So
yeah, you're in the negatives. We're not in the negatives here.
no, this is actually quite comforting. And then whatever you have left over, put in the fridge, and you can either heat it up in the oven or eat it
I
cold.
don't know what would happen reheating.
Not in the microwave.
What happened to the meringue?
It would just, I mean, you don't, it would just crisp up like that.
It's very good, but
I still like my cold.
you definitely could not eat a lot of it.
It does seem richer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's richer because we made it from scratch.
It might be.
Because this is, I mean, it's the same pudding. It's just a different topping. So I don't know if
Okay,
this will
the
be...
topping is very sweet. So it's a little sweeter. Very good, very good. Just a little sweeter than I think what I would eat because I don't.
It is really, really sweet. It's not sweet
You
like...
definitely could not eat a lot of it.
It's not sweet like birthday cake. It's sweet like dessert.
Yeah, it's
A
rich.
rich dessert.
Yeah, but it's very good, very good.
It's really good. This is, I would say I'm all about, I would totally make this again. One, because it's from scratch. And I love that. And then two, because it is so rich and so flavorful. And it's, I mean, it is so, this is almost like
Yeah,
really
if I
fork
was-
sucking good almost.
If I was going anywhere where I had to impress, there's a lot of Southerners, and I had to bring a dessert dish and I had to impress, yeah, I would definitely go with this.
Yes, and you don't have to wait for it to cool. You can
Yeah,
take
it's
it on
really
over.
good.
Yeah. So definitely another winner. And we'll link this dessert. If you guys don't know and you just tune into the dessert page, we like to do dinner and dessert. But because on our last week video, you didn't get a dessert. You got fish and broccoli. And we just didn't feel like doing dessert because we were tired. So this is the dessert, and we'll link it. And if you need the dinner, we'll link the dinner. So yay for you and for us. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Try it. Follow her. The link will be below. You'll love her site. Oh, let me tell you about her blog site too. Okay, her name is Michelle. Okay, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
This is really a big deal. I know.
All right.
When I link this, go to her About page. And the reason why you want to go to her About page, this woman is very detailed. Her blog is great, but you scroll down and you learn about Michelle. Her reads are really quite nice to read if you just like to read those things. And again, if you're not one to read blogs, but you like the recipe, dude, save her, pin her, follow her. This is really good. Like, I would have never guessed it would have turned out like this. But if you go down to Getting Around, on the About page, you scroll down a little bit and it says Getting Around. She has a recipe index, and it's not just by category. You can also choose by ingredient. This girl knows how to blog. And then she has a frequently asked question page. She has a photography page. And in her photography page, she talks about how she's making her photographs, what's important to her, what she's using to make her photographs, things like that. So if you're wanting to start a blog, whether it be a food blog or anything, go to her blog. Read up on how she's doing it. She's so informative on so many things. And I think if you're starting a blog, you'll love it. If you're cooking, you're going to love it. She's just a good go-to site, and her site's clean and it's fresh and real professional again, unlike us, but it's very amazing. And I don't know how she cooks like this. She loves to bake, and she cooks other stuff, but she loves to bake, and she's very fit for somebody.
I was just sitting here thinking she's awfully thin.
She's not. She's not like anorexic, but she's very fit. Like, she's very fit, and she bakes. And again, maybe it's like because when you work in the restaurant, you don't eat a lot because you're working it. Yeah, but she's
she's doing it a lot, so she's probably not eating it.
No, she is. She does this for her family, and enjoys cooking. And
okay, well maybe she's doing yoga. We got to do yoga.
That's it. She's a very balanced individual. She bakes, and she's healthy, and she works out probably, and she lives a very normal, healthy lifestyle.
She probably just does the taste test like we do, and not like when the camera goes off and we eat the rest of it.
I like her. Michelle, you did a great job. Thank you for doing your site and posting this, and I think your website is phenomenal. I love your page, and I think you're informative, and I think anybody that's wanting to start a page of any kind, I think they should go to your page. So thumbs up. Good deal. Thank you for tuning in. Greek? You gonna teach them Greek?
Oh, I don't have anything. Let's see. Anna.
What's Anna?
1.
Is it?
Anna dia tria destra.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Okay, count to 5. This is
Anna dia tria destra pende. I think.
It sounds right.
I'm sure somebody will correct me if somebody Greek watches it.
Yeah, and good luck to the Greek person that corrects it in print. Try to do it in video and attach it. We're all about, people like contributing. So
yeah, don't write it because I'm not having any idea what you're spelling. So.
But anyway, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Peace out.
Pieces.
And buy the new Tears for Fears record. If you take a banana peel and it's kind of green, it still has to be a little bit of green. And you cut it to fit your mouth. Rub it back and forth for like 5-10 minutes. And then spit that stuff out, and then rinse your mouth out, and then brush your teeth. It'll like help whiten your teeth. That's what I used to whiten my teeth. I have great teeth.
How often do you do that?
I did it last week.
Okay, well,
and I use aloe vera, but you have to be
I
careful
just feel
with aloe
like
vera,
yeah,
if you get the
but you
peel,
don't.
it'll make you sick.
You drink everything through a straw.
I know.
I don't. I drink a lot of coffee, a lot of coffee, wine.
Then you have to try it.
And I can't. I tried that one time and I couldn't do it.
The banana peel.
It's just a lot of stuff,
Yeah, a lot of debris.
and I can't. I'll get the whitening strips. taking in a lot of calories.